Okay, someone's here. I'm wondering if you can hear me because I had to change cameras. I'm very upset that it's not working on my phone because I was going to read comments on here. So tell me if you're hearing me so we can get started. And I'll see if I can get signed on over here. Maybe I'll see if I can sign on. I think I lost internet again. Oh, okay. Okay, for those of you who are watching now, and you weren't watching it live, I'm just trying to get my camera set up. I do have one person in here currently, and that person is the Gina. So I'm going to get myself set up, and we'll begin shortly as soon as a few people come in. Okay, I got one person watching and 2 thumbs up. Not quite sure how that works out, but thank you for the thumbs ups. I'm going to move my computer over here because the camera I was going to film on would not load. So if you saw the little one, 2-minute one, that was why. I will delete that. Let me scoot up here and get readjusted because I had to change my camera. And we are just going to crochet. Right now I am working on my Sophie round mandala. And I have since veered off the pattern and went off on my own, which is what I tend to do. Content creators, or maybe it's just the Gina. I don't know. Possibly it's just the Gina. I have a tendency to veer off patterns and create changes and do things differently. But anyways, I see that there are 2 people here. Oh, Marie made it. Yay, Maria made it. And I'm here. So we are the 2 people, Maria. So if you're wondering why I'm looking off to the right, I keep losing internet service, and I've had to change cameras this morning. But I do have a couple of friends that are hopefully coming in. How did your week go, Maria? While we're here, just alone in this room together. Do you like it? I love it. It was gonna be my bedspread. However, I got a new headboard, and I repainted my room, and now it's all slate blue, and my headboard is a upholstered one in charcoal gray, so this isn't going to match now. I don't know if you follow me on my other channel, but I just got a new sofa, which is also slate gray, but it's going to be a throw that sits over the back of my sofa now. That's what I'm working on. Are you working on anything this week? I think you said you weren't working on anything last week, correct? It would be nice as a bedspread. It absolutely would. It just isn't going to match the color. Now, in saying that, I've been thinking recently, I've only done the mandala, which of course it's backwards right now. This is the front. And I feasibly could start adding in a slate gray and make it match. I really could do that. I don't know. What do you think? Or is it just too earthy now to add a gray in? don't really know. And the other day I did a whole row around and I attached these little wings down to this row right here, and with stitches that looked like this. I hate those stitches, and I just didn't care for it again, so I took it out. So we're doing it again. Oh, it's just my name, Gina Pearson. My original channel on YouTube is my name, Gina Pearson, where I have a weight loss, which clearly I'm not doing too great on. I have a weight loss channel, and I was a skincare specialist for a major cosmetics company for 10 years. So I do a lot of reviews and things like that. Haven't been doing a lot of get ready with me's. Mainly it's a weight loss channel over there right now. Someone else came. Crystal, you made it. I knew you would. Crystal, did you have to head over to the one that was already signed off, and then did that freak you out? I had camera troubles this morning. Oh. So yeah, Maria, you can follow me over there. Crystal already does. She came from that channel over here to support me, because YouTube is telling us we have to have 1,000 subscribers to stay monetized, or we have to go through all that rigmarole again. I'm just not interested. So we'll give it a few minutes, maybe about 5 or 10 minutes. Well, we're already 7 minutes in, 10 minutes. And then I was going to show you all my WIPs, because oh my lands, I started pulling them out. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The number of items that I have started and didn't finish. Do you guys do that? Crystal, do you even crochet, or are you going to learn from me? Because this one isn't a tutorial. You're just going to chit chat with me. So yeah, that's the plan today. Sorry, I shut up for a while. I was reading my comments. Is we're going to just talk about whatever you want to talk about while I crochet. And at the very last minute, I had to change cameras because I couldn't stay online. I was going to use my phone, and it was kind of up facing down, so you had a little bit better view. My phone, even though it's an iPhone 7 Plus, it wouldn't stay online. So my trusty iPad Pro is the winner. I knew you were working on a baby dress. You told me last week, Maria, now that I think about it. I thought that you were not doing a project because I think I got you confused with someone else, but I think you told me last week, didn't you? But Crystal, do you crochet, or are you going to learn from me? Or are you just here to support me? Or did I lose you? I might have lost you. So a little tiny hiccup I've found right now was another one of my friends on here is I just saw as I was signing on to me. I know, Crystal, you love that, Gina. Thank you for that. She's live right now. So I'm going to have to talk to her and make sure that we don't do that again, because I know a lot of people that follow me follow her. And but she's not a weight loss or a crochet channel. She is a beauty vlogger. So I saw just right now that she was live as well. So, okay, we're 10 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and just start showing my WIPs because you two are here, and I'm good with that. There ended up being, I think, was there 8 last Friday by the time you left, Maria, and I ended up getting about 60 views out of this. So I'm going to go ahead and do what the channel says it is, and you guys are going to crack up. Oh, my lands. I cannot imagine why someone would start so many projects and not finish them. Crystal, that's kind of how I feel about my diet. I feel like I have good days and bad days, and I start things and you know me pretty well. Maria is probably basically new to the Gina, but I'm going to show you a few because I started pulling them out and I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Okay, so first of all, I started this Sophie maybe last June, July, somewhere in there. So literally it's been kind of hanging around for, 6-8 months. And this is what I'm working on right now. Crystal, I don't know if you got to see the whole thing. The original mandala is called Sophie. And it is by Deidre Hall. Not Deidre Hall, that's a... she just became an actress. Deidre... Look at What I Made. The pattern comes from that. Thank you. How did you know I'm in Keys? Oh, because of the email address? Even though I'm not in Keys. I don't live in Keys and I'm not working today. And I will let you. I didn't know you were in Frisco. Okay, so let's just say I started making this little baby. It's got a, this is the center. This is the little lovey. So it goes like this and a little head pops on it and it makes a bunny. So I've already made the lovey portion of it. No lie, 2 years ago. At least 2 years ago I made this. I made a little flower to go on it, so it's going to be adorable. Look, and I have almost the whole head done. I just have to stuff it, put the face on it, which I don't even know what a head is at the moment, but I just seen it recently. And then it's just for little babies to love around on. Okay, so that's one of the 500 projects. And apparently this came from another project because I'm unwinding my yarn to make it. So that was something else I started and didn't finish. And I kind of don't even know which way to go. Hi, someone else is here. And I don't know who you are, but I have a third person. Let me know who you are. The Gina's here. Okay, so I'm working on this project with these yarns. Caron Simply Soft. And it's really pretty. And this was going to be a Afghan that I started in maybe 2015. That's the reverse side. This is the front. Isn't it pretty? And I think it is going to end up being, I don't know what it's going to end up being. We're just going to work on it this year, and it probably will end up being an Afghan. I like that it's very lightweight, very soft. Caron Simply Soft is a great yarn to start with if you're just learning to crochet. Look for something like this because this is a great, soft, easy way to crochet with. Yeah, I like the colors too, Crystal. You have 15 on okay, see, you're right in my ballpark. I wish there was a way for me to see. Oh, and not only this project, let me find it. Oh, yeah. Because this wasn't enough to make with this project. I made this too. So I was going to make an Afghan, but I was also going to make like a table doily to go along with it since I was making it. And at the time, it would have matched my living room, which has that sofa. No, Crystal, you weren't. Have you ever seen the sofa that I got rid of out of my living room? It's now in my office. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I got a new sofa. Crystal, I know you watched my shenanigans, didn't you? But this was going to sit alongside that sofa because a lot of it is blues and greens and yellows. So that's just 2 projects out of, and these I have about 6 skeins of yarn that go with all of these colors. Ridiculous. I'm only at 2. Let's check the questions. I don't mean to be funny. I just am. I honestly do not mean to be funny. I just am. Okay, so one of my very first, and literally I'm talking very first, maybe 2013, 2014 projects was I started just kind of making a mandala on my own. I think this literally was like, I was watching YouTube videos, I'm going to say 2013 maybe, and I started this, and then I went off on the green tangent, and everything that I've made and finished I gave away, other than just a couple of things. But this got set in a back part of the closet, never to be seen again. And I have all of these yarns sitting with it also. So this is in another bag back in the back of the closet. Cray, cray. This poor little project didn't even get started. Look at this pretty yarn. My husband said, you know, I'd really like a new beanie. You haven't made me a beanie in a couple of years. Yeah, he said that last winter. So we went through 2 winters with this Lion Brand landscape yarn. Beautiful yarn just sitting there waiting for my honey to have a hat. I didn't even touch it. I didn't even touch it. I feel bad. As soon as I seen this, I was like, guilt! Guilt! Yeah, I felt terrible. I just stabbed him. That's his favorite saying. I'm going to stab you in the neck. And I know people think, oh my gosh, I cannot believe your husband would say that. He is so funny that it comes across hysterical when he says it. But someday he's going to say that to the wrong person. I know he is, but it's funny. It's funny. Yeah, I bet you did see me sitting on some chairs. And that's really... Maria... Oh my lands, if you started following me on, I'm just going to tell you, if you just want the true Gina, go watch the video, and the thumbnail is me sitting in the corner of a sectional in Costco, and I'm waving like this. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just go watch that video. And if you're on this channel and you're watching this after the live show, my name is Gina Pearson on my other channel. And that particular video was probably something like go shopping with me or shopping shenanigans, or I don't know, it was maybe no more than 4 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. I hope you guys got some coffee. Did you? Because I got a lot of unfinished WIPs. No lie. It's ridiculous. Okay, so now people are going to get upset with me about this one. I know they are. Because this was the project that I was doing online as a tutorial. And I'm tearing it apart because it fell. When I went blind in 2016. And I just never finished it. But this is a tutorial that you can find up until this point. Exactly verbatim how to do this. It's called Springtime in Bloom, and we were getting it to a point where it was going to end up being round, and then you could just, this was going to be the center mandala of a baby blanket, and it was going to be for my first grandchild, who is now 3, and I have a brand new baby girl that I'll show you since I'm not using this phone, just because they're my precious and I love them. There. Oh, well, that works. It doesn't matter. There's my girls. I love my girls. This phone would not work. It would not go live. I don't understand it. So this is only time number 2 of going live, and this particular week, whoa, see why I didn't have my phone up there? It probably just would have broke. Because the thing fell off the mirror. There's a big old mirror right behind me. Fell completely off. I probably would have broke my phone. Thank you, Lord. So, again, up until this point, and if anybody would like me to continue this, I certainly can. It's literally like 2 years old, but I was in the middle of doing it when I went blind, and so I just didn't move forward. I'm sorry. I know I made one girl really mad. I'm doing it. Can you hurry up? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I went blind. I don't know what to tell you. I can't. I'm just right now adjusting enough. But I'm using Burnett Softy Baby for this blanket in just this 3 colorways. Pitiful. But anyways, this is absolutely a tutorial that I'm totally willing to move forward with if anyone wants to. It's just a crochet along. We don't have a pattern. We're doing it line by line. And I just tossed it on the floor. Let's check the messages. Okay. So it cracks me up again. I have 2 people watching and I have 4 thumbs ups. How is that possible? When I believe Crystal and Maria have been here the whole time and you're the 2. I don't get it. So I asked this question last week and I didn't get a whole lot of response, but I'm wondering if there's anything new in the crochet world that I'm missing that maybe I need to check out, because I'll tell you one thing that I just learned. Lion Brand just started making a new one of those round yarns, which I have a bunch of those too. Never even used. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, I have a whole nother cubby full of WIPs. It just dawned on me. Yeah, because I have Karen cakes that I'm making a baby sweater out of. Stuck up in a thing in there. So see, since I've been blind, I've been trying, people. So I said I don't have a lot of finished products because I've given them all away. This is one. This is my iPad case. So it's basically a purse. I mean, it can be a purse for anyone who wanted it to. This is probably 3 or 4 years old. I might have a tutorial on here. Maybe. I think possibly I do have a tutorial. Can you guys hear me well enough? Oh, so I do a lot of purses. I make a lot of purses. I have a little baby hat and little infant hat that I just made the other day. I like to make these whenever I'm just sitting around watching TV and don't want to pay attention to anything, and then I just take them down to the prenatal at the local hospital because my cousin is the charge nurse down there. So, and then these little baby booties, which this one is for a bigger baby, and you put a little flower on the side, and I dropped the other one down there, but the booties are done. I just need to put the flower on them, and they look a lot better when they're stuffed, but or when they actually have a baby foot in them. But I would say it's like a size 3 months. So they look like that, and then they have a little flower that sits on the side of them. These are actually done, just need the flowers. Apparently I like mandalas that I don't finish, because way back in the day, I started this one, and it's been sitting on this piece of yarn for at least 4 years. I don't know what to say. Don't know what to say. This was a tutorial I did, and you can find that on the channel, of scalloped edging. Still sitting here because I didn't find anything else to do with the yarn. I have a whole nother pile. If you guys want to see it, I'll continue. But, yeah. The Cray Cray ladies got a bunch of yarn, a bunch of stuff. And this yarn I bought because it's so pretty, but I've not done anything with it. I just love the colors. So I have 3 skeins of that, and I've not done anything with it. And it is by, I probably had this for a year too. It's called Shimmer, and it is by Looms and Threads. I don't know that I've ever used that yarn before. Oh, I wondered where this was. Oh, my lands. Here's another hat. I bet there's a hat attached to it. My poor husband. Yeah, this is the same Lion brand. Apparently he picked it twice. There's another hat I was making him. Guess what Gina's going to do this week? Apparently I'm going to make a hat. I was testing out this pattern with a shawl, and that's the only thing else in this. So I just have the ball down in there. And isn't this pretty? I love this stitch. Let's see if we can get you to the front. Here it looks like this. So I am probably about halfway through the shawl, maybe a little more than halfway through the shawl. It's not no stinking shawl, Gina. Scarf. I don't know why I even try. I don't know why I even try. Okay. I made this dilly bobber that everybody made a few years ago. Never worn it. I meant to give it to my mother-in-law. Didn't. It's a finished item. It's pretty. It's just a little vest. That's the back. This is the front. I've lost enough weight that I bet if I lost about 20 more pounds, I could wear it myself. And she has, since I made this, lost a significant amount of weight from an illness. So I think it might be too big on her. So I might end up keeping it myself. Is that just pitiful? I got no words. In the words of Tyler Ramey, I got no words. I made this baby blanket for my grandbaby. This is her blankie when she comes over. The older one. The little one hasn't got one yet. So I made that quilt. That one's finished. Okay. So this is supposed to be a question and answer also video. You got any questions for the Gina? You two lovely. Oh, there's 4 of you. 4 of you. So I don't know who the other 2 are, but I say welcome to the crazy lady. And right now I'm just showing my WIPs, of which there were many. And so you could go back later when this loads if you want to see them all. And I am crocheting on my Sophie mandala. I'll show you that real quick since there's new people in here. That's what I'm working on right now. But right now I'm showing all of my unfinished objects. Okay, so let's see if there's anything else in here besides just yarn. Oh, I made this. Oh, can you see back there? Oh, see that quilt? It matches. This is all just a bag of yarn. Just a bag full of yarn. Just a spoonful of sugar. Oh, I'll quit. You want me to quit? Okay, I think we got the last bag of unfinished projects. And this one is so pretty. Unfortunately, my grandbaby is now 3 and probably too big for baby blankets. But I started making 2 objects out of these pretty yarns called Barnett Softy Baby in this colorway. So I'll show you what I was making. I was making this star to lay on the table to put like just jars of baby necessities. So I made that. And I was making this baby blanket. And I didn't get very far because this pattern takes forever. But yeah, isn't it pretty? Just a little puff stitch. This is what the end row looks like. And it's so beautiful when it's worked together. Okay, that might be a thumbnail. I don't know. I have a thumbnail at the beginning of this video. I've only ever went live twice, and let's see if anybody has anything to say. Lydia. Hello, Lydia. It doesn't matter if you crochet. This is a chit chat. You can ask me whatever you want and I'll answer it within reason. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I believe other than my baby sweater that I'm making that is in the other cabinet in there, which I'm afraid to open to find what it is that I haven't worked on in a while. I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what else is in there, but other than that, I think that might be the last of them. All of those, I didn't count them. Did you guys count them? I didn't count them. So, I'm going to go back to working on my Sophie. And again, this is a pattern that was created up into this row. I'm going to show you from the back. Up into this burgundy row, and then the one right above it, this is Sophie. After that point, I'm just creating a square because I'm going to make it into an Afghan. But if you want to find the actual pattern for Sophie, you can find it on the website. Look What I Made by Deidre is the creator. And if you want a step-by-step tutorial of it, you can find it online also in Esther's channel, which is It's All in a Nutshell. And now Esther's voice is so amazing that you're probably gonna, well, she already knows it. We were talking about it yesterday. I tend to sleep every night to Esther. She kind of is my little ASMR channel. I put on one of her playlists of one, like if she has her Sophie, or she did 4 or 5 different crochet alongs, and I just let her videos play all night long and I sleep to her. She thinks it's hilarious. I can't help myself. She's got the great voice for it. So if that's not the kind of, if you want more of this kind of loud and fun and obnoxious kind of, I don't know if I'm, yeah, sometimes I'm obnoxious. Maybe you better ask my honey. I'm not sure. Maybe I better answer that question later. But she has a great voice. It's very soothing, and she might put you to sleep. So we have a couple of new people in the room, and I'm not sure who you are, but today's live, I don't know if I really want to call them podcasts, because today we were talking just a Q&A, and while I crocheted, we're chit-chatting while you crochet, and we're talking about I just did a WIP update, and thank you, Lydia. Now, are you saying that from the other channel or this channel? Because a spoonful of sugar does not do my voice justice. But I couldn't help myself. If you know me, you know a song just pops out of my mouth. I can't help it. It just does. But again, for this particular Afghan, it is stopping at the mandala, and I'm not going on to around the bases. I'm just myself finishing up the Afghan just to get it done. There is a second portion of Sophie. I think it's called this is called Sophie's Garden. I think there's Sophie's Universe, and then around the bases, and then you finish up your Afghan. I just went straight from Sophie's Garden to finishing up my Afghan. Have any of you done any of Deidre's patterns in the past, or crochet alongs? I know that Esther has a new one that she's doing, but it's by someone else. From both. That's iffy, Lydia. I don't know if I would say from this channel it was good because that was like off the top of the cuff and it wasn't really a good little tune. Sorry, but thank you. Singing is my thing. You would think I would have a channel on YouTube about singing, but my whole family sings. Everything that we do in life is centered around singing, so I'm keeping that as general pop-ups, and every now and again the melody just pops out. I can't help myself. Myself, I haven't actually recorded. My mother was in a group once that did, and I have a cousin who is like amazing, and she hasn't actually recorded an album, but she is like definitely more visible than I am, and her daughter, which is off topic because she's only 10, well, she was 10 at the time, is in a, just hilarious because so not Gina, Christian rap video, and she, because she dances. She sings too. I'm telling you, it's my whole family. But she's an amazing little dancer. So she's our most publicated star right now. And she's I don't even, 12, I think now. And then my cousin's sister-in-law has made a complete album. But she's not technically blood related, but that's neither here nor there. We all just grew up together. Okay, so this podcast is way long. And I'm not getting any questions, and I've showed you what I was going to show you, and we crocheted along. So I think while we have 4 people in here, I probably should call it a day for this week. Next Friday at 9, I kind of wanted to ask some questions about what you guys wanted to talk about, but we really didn't get too much into Q&A. So what I think I'm going to do is ask you to leave any questions once this is loaded into the bottom here, and on next Friday at 9 we can answer those questions and get going on that. And then on my other channel I will propose that same question and see if we can get some questions going for some Q&A. And of course, if there's anything that you want out of all of my WIPs that we just showed you to become or be continued in tutorials, let me know and we can move forward with those. Coffee Chocolate Crazy Gal. Hi, Coffee Chocolate Crazy Gal. Other than the chocolate, you got me. Other than the chocolate, you got me because I'm allergic. But I am the crazy gal, and I am definitely coffee and crazy. Okay, so for this next row, I'm going to do a back post crochet, and then I'm going to, and we can talk about that maybe next week, but I'm going to work on this again next week, and I will either be on that, and if I had a stitch that you guys wanted to add to this, I certainly would. And every week my goal is to see if we can add a row to this and talk about it a little bit while we're live. And if I know what it's going to be, I can do a tutorial on it prior to going live. So maybe you guys could work on your stitches as well. So it won't be just me crocheting. I'll have already done a tutorial on the stitch, and you can crochet along with me. What do you guys think? Okay, I appreciate you all being here with me, and I hope that we can grow. If you could push this along and by any way possible, by liking and sharing and subscribing, I would appreciate it. Rewatching, hey! Don't leave your Weight Watcher channel. I'm not leaving my Weight Watcher. Oh, you're talking about my video yesterday, Lydia? Yeah. not going to leave. I am having a hard time with my diet, but we can talk about that over there, Lydia, if you want to, because I'm going to get this down. It's already way too long. This video is too long. But I am having a hard time, and she knows that because she watched my video over there yesterday. And if any of you are interested in that, I guess I can leave a link below, but it's just my name, Gina Pearson. And so leave a comment below letting me know what stitch you want me to go with next week on this. I'll do a tutorial on it, and we'll do it then. Other than that, I hope you all have a blessed weekend. God bless. Be safe, be healthy, be happy, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye. God bless.